A warm greeting. Today is Sunday, July 28, 2024. This is meteorologist Ruben Garcia. In this video, I would like to provide an update on the cyclonic activity we anticipate over the next 7 to 10 days in the eastern Pacific zone, where this period is projected to be the most active of the entire season. Although the projected trajectories are over the open waters of the Pacific, at the end of the video, we will discuss the indirect effects that may be felt along the southern coast and the western parts of Mexico, between the states of Guerrero and Colima. You can see that the intertropical convergence zone is currently generating some thunderstorms, but they all remain disorganized. However, there is a vortex to the south of Mexico that has the potential to become a tropical cyclone as it moves west-northwest. So far, cyclonic activity in the eastern Pacific has been at record low levels. In this graph, you can see that since we have records, that is, since 1971, this season has been the least active in 54 years. While next week is projected to be quite active, it is likely that this high cyclonic activity will culminate by mid-August, because the activity will shift to the Atlantic region. In the latest outlook from the National Hurricane Center, you can see that they have marked 3 areas with potential for cyclonic development, one located over open waters of the Pacific and 2 areas closer to Mexico. However, the zone of possible cyclonic development remains away from the coasts of Central America and Mexico. This period of high cyclonic activity that we anticipate arises because a favorable phase of the Madden-Julian oscillation will favor ascending air in the eastern Pacific over the next 10 days, creating favorable conditions for cyclone formation in this area. However, by mid-August, this energy from the Madden-Julian oscillation will continue its trajectory eastward until eventually reaching the Atlantic region and over Africa, leaving very favorable conditions for development in the tropical Atlantic. This evolution can be seen in the next graph, where this favorable phase of the Madden-Julian oscillation will establish itself over the eastern Pacific during the next 7 days, but then, starting on August 10th, will move over the Atlantic and remain stationary over the Indian Ocean and the African continent throughout August. Consequently, it is anticipated that from mid-August, cyclonic activity in the eastern Pacific will begin to decrease dramatically as cyclonic activity increases in the Atlantic region. You can see that, in general, any cyclone that forms over the next 7 to 10 days will have a trajectory towards the west-west-northwest, moving over open waters of the Pacific and staying away from the southern and western coast of Mexico. This is due to a fairly strong high-pressure system over the western United States that will keep these systems on a westward trajectory and pose no threat to Mexico. In the following animation, you can see the projection of the American model GFS, which projects that up to 4 tropical cyclones could form over the next 2 weeks, with some potentially reaching hurricane status. However, the operational model also agrees with west-northwest trajectories. On the other hand, we have the European model, which also predicts the formation of several cyclones. In this case, 3 that could be strong tropical storms or Category 1 hurricanes, but it also agrees on a westward trajectory, away from the Mexico and Central America region. In conclusion, the western states of Mexico will not have a cyclonic threat for the moment, and it appears that this hurricane season will be one of the least active in history. Still, the formation of these cyclones will generate some instability along the western coast of Mexico, leaving some rain accumulations over the next 7 days ranging from 60 to 100 millimeters. Well, that's all for this update. Remember, to stay informed throughout the rest of the season, I invite you to go to the bottom of this video, click the red button that says subscribe, and then click the bell to receive notifications when I upload new videos. Well, that's all from me for now. I hope everyone has an excellent Sunday.